Good morning, everyone. And welcome to December 12th, 12/12/24, and day 12 of our 12 days of Xmas 2024 hashtag, our final day and final verse to be depicted visually for each of the verses of the 12 days of Christmas. Very popular Christmas song. Today we have drummers drumming. And I want to mention right off that this is a collaboration of this hashtag 12 days of Xmas 2024, collaboration with Raul Reynolds of Raul Reynolds Drawing and other channels on YouTube, where both of us will be rendering our own versions of the each of the 12 days of Christmas verses from the popular Christmas song, and that we are also listening to Bright Winter Chill, no copyright instrumental background music called Winter by Liqwyd. It's on the YouTube channel No Copyright Background Music, and we will go ahead and listen to that while we do some art here today. I know it is a little earlier in the morning than you usually see me, but I have been up since 3 a.m. my time, and so I thought, what better thing to do than to do this final video and have this project completed, and then figure out what next project to move on to for this season. And again, like I said, this is Drummers Drumming. We are going to do a lot of painting today. Black paint, white paint, yellow paint, red paint, and I meant to grab the blue but somehow missed it. Got it. Blue paint and gold. I think, you know what? I think I will also grab a green for the lettering and the numbers at the top. And I also have watercolors. Two of our paints are Color Flash Color Change paints by Shuttle Art, the gold and the green. The rest are folk art, Apple Barrel, or Anita's all-purpose, all acrylic paints. All are flat matte versions. Good morning, Stephanie. Good morning, Raul. What time is it there for you right now, Raul? Stephanie, you and I are on the same time. Is it 6:50 a.m. for you? Almost 2 p.m. Okay. Well, right in the middle of the afternoon. Now, as usual, I have gessoed and this page and drawn out my design ahead of time. And per usual, I am going to start with the darkest color first. And in this case, that is black. And what is different is that we're going to use it for the background. How is everyone doing so far today? Is it a beautiful day where you are, Raul? Stephanie, did you guys plunge into cold, frigid weather like we did yesterday? You're a little bit farther south, so maybe you were a little bit warmer. Wonderful. You'll have wonderful weather, and you can use natural light like you like to, Raul. And then we'll both be on to our next endeavor artistically. In the deep freeze. You're in the deep freeze too? Oh, goodness. Okay. And I know you see me painting over things that I normally paint black, but I can still see where the outlines are from the pencil, which will allow me to still paint them in a different color. Ooh, we have a dog coming downstairs, which only means one thing. Mr. Oliver and my husband are awake. This is about their time, I guess, in general, to wake up. Not that Oliver always wants to stay awake at this point, but it is the typical hour. Yesterday, Oliver did not take a nap at all. He was excited that his the nursing supervisor, who is also his most recent private duty nurse, was here for several hours while my husband had a work function that he attended. There are some big changes going on with his work, and several people he would probably never see again after yesterday, so he decided to take, the necessary best practices safety protocol for Mr. Oliver in going out in public and being around other people, and go pop in to his work for a little bit. For a casual affair they were having. and say hello. And, ooh, goodness. Ooh, emergency baby wipe need. Say hello and goodbye to his co-workers that he would be not just no longer seeing for the rest of the year, but just in general, no longer going to be seeing. Okay. Almost done here with this. Background with black. Oh goodness, I really did. Went over the whole other side of his coat. No wonder I was thinking that that was wrong there. Goodness sakes, Renee. Maybe early morning is not my best time, huh? Couldn't have him having a lopsided coat now, could we? Oh, the cold's getting to you now? How cold does it actually ever really get in Spain? I'm curious, Raul. Because in my mind, Spain is this warm, I mean, not hot, but, you know, pretty warm, temperate climate where there's not a lot of swings in temperature. But this is speaking from an American who has never been over into Europe. Trying to get some of these white streaks that are still coming through here. Celsius. Okay. So 32 degrees Fahrenheit, but you've never had snow in Barcelona. Okay. Alarms. So sorry. Must turn the volumes down. Oh, now it doesn't want to let me. Okay, well, we may have a little more noise from my phone than I cared for this morning. Still something I'm not used to having to adjust. That was my alarm to wake up. But alas, here I am already. Even the dogs did not want to go outside this morning. Although we had a little bit of snow, a teeny tiny bit, and not the flaky kind either, kind of the more bordering on teeny tiny balls of snow, you know, almost sleet. Oh no, almost hail, but just very teeny tiny. All right. Time to wash off all of that black paint. We don't want to get it on everything, do we? Did we? No. I see some fresh there. I'm going to move that. Put you guys back down. Try to get this wiped off. Oh yeah, the wind. The wind is horrible. I woke up several times last night actually because of the wind, which doesn't normally happen, but the wind was high, that is for sure. Which then brings in the wind chill factor, right? Makes everything feel colder. And let's see. Oh, no wonder you guys can see when I look up on the screen. You can totally see where my white marks still are. I was getting too much of a shine on from the lights to be able to see all of these. Well, this is also going to be a nighttime behind him, so we don't want it to be perfectly black because the sky is not perfectly dark at night, nor is it actually black. Okay. Grab a little bit more paper towel for myself. I'm feeling a big paper towel usage day coming on. Okay. Oof. Right, then we will go, I think, to our blue paint here. Let's cover up that black for right now. And paint this drummer's hat. Excuse me, I seem to have developed the hiccups. And I'm going to be quiet until they go away because not only do they not sound good, they do not feel good. And I'm realizing we need some brown. Just a smidgen for his hair. Where else do we need blue? We need some blue here. And we are going to give him blue boots. Oh, these are really some persistent hiccups, y'all. I apologize. All right. Now, I believe we will do the little bit of brown hair for this wonderful drummer. So, does anyone else paint or craft or draw to music? Or is it just me? Fix that blue up there in a moment. Starting with the black first has thrown me off, and I covered up certain areas of our image that I wouldn't have and got corners cut off, making life just a little bit more difficult here and disproportionate in our photo or a picture image here. Okay, let's see if we can deepen these boots at all. Oh, here comes my tribe. Pardon me, I must say good morning to Oliver and my husband. Good morning, Oliver! Good morning, honey. I'm on my last day, the 12th day of Christmas here. 12 drummers drumming. Can't tell whether I think this is more of a nutcracker looking drummer, which I think it probably is, but perhaps even old historical leanings, right, of a soldier. There's some of that. My time to move on to some red. This time we are not using, dark cherry red or even a brick red. It is a bright red. which over the top of white gesso just really gets sucked right in. Ooh, I can see where I forgot some of the black background. All right, let's pause this music for a little bit, as it is quite repetitive. I'm not going to worry so much about the lines and buttons in between here, because as long as I'm still able to see them, I can paint over them with the correct color. Just a really tight area in here. So Raul, do you know what your next projects are going to be, or what other projects are you even currently working on? Yeah, we're going to have to break out that. What did I do with it already? That wipe. Can we shut that door, please?
over, put your headphones on.
Trying to get some of that black off of that area there that I didn't mean to have there. But we're going to have to somewhat work with. Hello, puppy dog. Whoop. Hello, puppy dog. You're perfectly snoozing until mommy decides to make her YouTube video. Isn't that just the way it goes? Huh. And we'll go back over some of these areas we let dry already. The second coat of red. Ooh, don't look now, but I think my hiccups are gone. Okay. A little more red for this other side here. Really seems to need more darkening up than the other side. Okay. Probably will have to come back to that red in a little bit for this side over here. But I'm going to dip back into black real quick. Black paint to get inside here. Where else was it I saw that I wanted to tighten up? Oh yes. I almost forgot the brim of his hat. Okay. Door, please. Your A's don't work. Oh, it looks a bit similar. And your 9 ladies dancing. Oh, has a Spanish woman in national. That is fabulous. That sounds fabulous. All right, now I want to paint the fleshy color of this drummer's hands and face before we move on to yellow and gold and green. And even our drumsticks are a little bit this color. All right. Our drummer's face. Thin young man. Okay. Ooh. Do we need any more red? It's just there. Let's just attempt it and see if it darkens it. And it does. It most definitely does. Okay. Oops. Oh, I received these in the mail from Amazon yesterday. The fine tip little mini applicator bottles. I believe, no, it doesn't say it on there. They come with the pin. I've already lost one. It's a set of 2. It's a set of 2, and I've already lost 1 pin out of 3. And I bought 3 sets, so I have 6. I've lost one. And the other set I decided I wasn't going to open because obviously I was not having good luck keeping the pins. And they tend to, as soon as you tip them over, they just come right out. But I'm sure that changes once you start putting some sort of liquid in the bottles. His face looks just a wee bit mottled. We don't want any kind of mottled skin here. Okay, now we're going to move on to our yellow with gold over the top, and then our white for our drummer, and then move on to our green. This yellow is too bright on its own, plus I'd really like it to just be gold, but not too gold. You know, it's a conundrum. It's a blending. All right? If you can't always get the color that you want, you blend until you get it. I think I'm going to have to switch to that skinny liner across here. Or not. Oh, are we fighting over food? Paisley? Paisley Park. Hank, leave him alone. Leave him alone. Must have top hat there. Looking all feathery. See if I can't dip this or over dip it. That circle. Okay. Okay. Gotta wipe both ends of this brush this time since I really dipped that into the yellow just for that yellow circle. Now let's see what we can do with some white and let that yellow dry. I forgot the buttons, didn't I? Why didn't you guys tell me? You're sitting here looking at it the whole time saying, don't forget the buttons, Renee. But nobody types it, and so I don't see it. And we also have white trousers. And like I said, I can still see the lines for where I do need to outline behind this paint. Part of the reason for drawing it first for me, but also because I'm better at painting something that's already drawn than I am at trying to freestyle paint anything. Well, that does not want to cover, does it? All right, we might have to rely on our signal over there. Let's try one more time. Maybe there's not enough. I didn't have enough paint, I don't think, on my brush. Okay. I'm going to use a different paintbrush end to make our yellow buttons, because then we're going to go over that with the gold. And I don't want those buttons to be too too big. These do not want to stand straight up very well without anything in them. All right, too big. Goodness sakes. I'd rather you all fall that way then. Oop, no, do not lose the pen. All right. What you digging for, little man? Huh? Digging around in your bed? Going in circles, trying to figure out how to sit? Huh? Figure out how you want to sit, how you want to lay down? You haven't figured it out yet, huh? Is it not cooperating with you, little buddy? It's funny how animals do that. They go around in circles and fluff up, or think they're fluffing up their area before they decide it's okay to lay down in that spot. Okay. And yes, if you did see that, that is my splatter brush, because I thought we would make some white spatters in the background when we are done here. Trying to get our gold open again. I think it's this bottle, y'all, because only this one gives me grief. Only the gold one. A little bit of shimmer to his drum. We're going to give him a little bit of shimmer up here to his hat and his uniform. Okay. And these triangular shapes on the sleeves. Those are not quite. Dry over there, but over here they are. That first one has a lot of paint on it. All right. I think I'd also like to use the gold first and then the green for the numbering, the numbers, which I now definitely cannot see. But we do know that this is number 12. So we're going to give it that metallic gold before we add any green to the mixture. And we'll paint these words. Whoa, 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 whoa. Forgot this was a really full paint bottle here. Drummers drumming. And that gold over the top of the black. We want a little bit more. This is almost a copper. Hon? Honey? When? The door. It's hard for him to remember that because he can't hear 100%. He doesn't realize how far that sound travels. Plus, he was just blowing his nose. And we don't want to have to hear that if we don't have to, right? Trying to get a good thick layer of the gold on before we go applying any green. Let's do this one more time up here. Give it some more. Shimmer, shimmer. Okay. And our final color before we go over things with black ink, over and around I should say, right? As it is a lining kind of color. Green on my fingers already. Now this, I noticed yesterday that this green Oops, that was almost a tragedy. This green color shift is not a dark, or actually it's not as opaque. As perhaps some of the others, definitely not as opaque as this gold is. And repeat application of this green is often needed. But in this case, it's just a highlight because we are going to use our Sharpie S-Gel pen over the top of this. And just let all this peek through. Almost done with the painting process. And I got all this green off of the lid, you guys. Okay. Let's close all of that up. Leave our white out. Leave our black and all of our other colors back into their respective homes. again, that was the Shuttle Art color change acrylic paint that we were using to make things shimmer here. I'm going to just hit it real quick with a dryer, even though we have learned throughout this 12-day process, and whenever we have used these color change or metallic paints, that they both dry a lot faster than the flat paints do. And don't worry about his face. We'll fill that in the black lines on his uniform. Go around the drum and get everything all nice and crisp. And I think I will start from the top down. Always seems wise in order to keep your arms and fingers out of areas you don't want them in. I think I'm going to go over this whole lid of his hat. With the ink, just to see if we can keep that good and shiny. There's color. Picking up those lines there across the middle of their uniform. I hear dogs snoring now. They've decided to settle down. And now the boots down here at the bottom. And before I move on to any of the lettering, I'm going to check back over our drummer. Let's see what we have done here. If we've missed anything. Does not seem so. No, I do not like this little messy spot right here. All right, now to add a little black to the lettering, drummer's drumming. Okay. Now we're going to use our paper towels as a mask here so that we do not get black or white spatter on our drummer or the lettering and numbers. See if I can't slide that up underneath of that or a little bit. There. Nope. Okay. Whew. Maybe we'll have let's do this properly with a better brush. A little bit of a snow hill here since we smush the paint. I never know how far down to go with this one to dip in without getting way too much and getting it all over my brush handle as well. Yep, and there I go. Let me get some of that onto the page. Okay. There we have that. But let's get some more splatter going for the other side of the page. Not too much, not too little, just the right amount. And this is how I end up with white splotches or black splotches all over my keyboard, which is right up above what I'm doing here. Let's remove that. Got a good edge there. Framing. Absolute wrong brush. And we do have some musical notes to paint. And instead of the usual that we've been doing and painting them in black, they will need to be white. And we'll dry them real quick and use our Signo white gel pen around them. our watercolors. Okay. Dryer. Oh, I see where I missed some black outlining on the drum. So we'll have to bring both pens back. Put our clips back in our paint cabinet. Okay. Let's fix this black here first. All right. Our white. I've noticed with the Signo Uniball, you kind of have to go slow over the top of metallic and the matte paint. Otherwise it drags and doesn't really let the ink come out because it's still a ball. That is the mechanism for letting the paint out. And it will drag through and then end up pulling up whatever paint you've got, exposing what you might be covering up or have already, the white you've already put down. Neither of which are a good scenario. All right. And with that, here, let's just for smoothness. We'll do this for the snow as well. And go across the bottom here. And that brings us up to the snow. And then I will go ahead and, now that we are done, ladies and gentlemen, I will sign our final piece. Oh goodness, hashtag 12 days of Xmas 2024. Okay, let's see if we can't sharpen these notes a little. I am not musical. I don't know if these are really real notes, but in my head, this is what music notes look like. So I am taking, I guess, artistic license here. And the same is true for this Sharpie S gel pen, that if you go over something too much or drag, especially on other flat matte type ink or metallic, it will drag. And it won't give you that nice shiny outline that you're looking for. Hi, messy palette. I haven't looked up. I'm so sorry. Oh, this one is now your favorite, huh? The last one you said was your favorite was Our Lords of Leaping here. But let us do a flip through. And for that, let's have some music. There is our 12 drummers drumming. And oops, almost skipped ahead. 11 pipers piping. And our 10 lords a leaping. ladies dancing. And our 8 maids a milking. And 7 swans a swimming. 6 geese a laying. Golden eggs not. 5 golden rings. Always the easiest to remember. With our 4 calling birds. 3 French hens. Whoops, we got a little fixing to do on that. There. 3 French hens. 2 turtle doves. And the partridge in a pear tree. So, with that, I will turn to our final page to keep that on there for you. And I want to thank everyone who has watched live with me and chatted. It's been a great 12 days. I appreciate it. Thank you, honey. It has helped me improve each day, I believe. Not only in my art skills, but my YouTube video confidence. Has forced me to go ahead and put myself out there for 12 days in a row, which I have never done before. And it has been fun depicting the imagery from this Christmas song, the 12 Days of Christmas, that I have known ever since I was a little kid, and sharing that with all of you. And particularly sharing it with Raul Reynolds of Raul Reynolds Drawing, who came up with this collaboration for the 12 Days of Xmas 2024. Then that is the hashtag you should search for. If you use the search engine or search bar in the YouTube app. Also, I'd like to thank Raul Reynolds for all of his contributions to our 12 Days of Christmas, and I will have in the description box below all of the links to Raul Reynolds Drawing and his calligraphy channel, as well as his cuisine channel, where you can find also, we'll have links for each one of these days separately for the 12 days that I have done one at a time. Each has their own video, so you'll find those links as well. And the music that has been put to this background for this video, again, because we enjoy good background music when we're doing something creative. Again, it's copyright, no copyright background music is the channel. It's Bright Winter, no copyright, chill instrumental background music called Winter by capital L, lowercase I, and then all uppercase QWYD. And I want to encourage everyone to practice your art skills. Practice that drawing that you think you can't do. Practice that painting that you think you're not so good at. And break out of your shell a little bit. And don't be afraid to put music to it. Don't be afraid to put music on in the background to help you concentrate, to also then assist you in learning and retaining those new skills or refining those skills that you already have. I think I've shared previously that, it's proven to have a 60 to 70% retention rate when you are learning something or practicing a new skill, and you have music set to that, or using music to go about learning it. So, especially this time of year, music is a big deal. A lot of people associate music with Christmas, thus our 12 days of Christmas. And I look forward to seeing all of you out there in YouTube land on further videos. And again, thank you for joining me. Until I see you next time with a completely different project. And then also see you on New Year's Day for a few hours. Those are the plans I know I have. I appreciate you, and I will see you soon. Thank you. Goodbye.